Mahomet-Seymour High School. This is Justin Tierney. I'm bringing you the play-by-play action tonight, joined by Josh Komnick. We've got Lincoln Railer basketball against the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. Both teams entering play undefeated in the Apollo Conference, so a big game for the Railers. Railers in a record with, what, 15-1, Josh?
13.
13-1, excuse me. 13-1. Mahomet's coming into the game with a record of 7-6. So big game here tonight in Mahomet, Illinois.
Yeah, obviously two teams undefeated in the Apollo Conference action, and you got to see, we'll meet again. Mahomet will come to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium will be there on January the 31st. So big game here tonight, as you said. Probably, I think as we have seen every other team so far, you would think that these two teams will be the two that battle it out, I think, for the conference race. Possibly Taylorville might step in there, but Mahomet's already beat them. We've beat them. Both of us have to play them again. But big game here, mental-wise. Just that if Mahomet is able to come out with a victory tonight, it gives them a lot of confidence for when they come to Roy S. in January on the 31st.
Yeah, and you said it, Josh. Good atmosphere too here in Mahomet. I was walking in tonight, and they had like bouncy houses in their back gym for the kids.
Did you get in?
No, I did not. I took a pass on that, but I've never been in this gym. I've never been in a game here, and it's a good crowd.
Yeah, it is, and it's warm here too.
It's hot. We're up here right above the student section.
Heat turned on like Roy S. So
it's like the back gym almost.
Yeah, people are fanning themselves. But as you said, it's going to be a good one. We've seen Grant Coleman a couple of times in his career against the Railers. Had a good game against us last year, and I would like to think that he will show up and I hope not, but it's a good chance that he has a good game here tonight, shooting on his home court.
Yeah, and if they want to play 1-on-5, I like our chances. So sometimes we get focused on the big guy and the big star, and it's somebody else that steps up and hurts us. So it'll be stopping him or throwing him down, but also making sure we don't overplay him and leave other capable kids open that can beat us. We've had that happen too in the past. They got a good student section here tonight. They're dressed in all black. I think they're gonna it's a blackout or something, but we will send it back for a break. We'll be right back. We should be around time for the starting lineups and tip-off when we get back. So stick with us on 96.3 WLCN.
At this time, if you would please rise and remove all hats. Face the flag as our nation is honored by the playing of its national anthem by the Mahomet-Seymour High School Pep Band.
Welcome back, Railer fans, here from Mahomet-Seymour High School. The fight song for the Bulldogs going on right now, getting set for the starting lineups between the Railers and the Bulldogs. Again, the Railers 13-1 on the season and 5-0 in conference play, while the Bulldogs coming to tonight's action 7-6 and 3-0 in conference play. The Railers out on the court here as a normal warm-up. The Bulldogs back in the tunnel. Looks like they will somehow run out like the Railers kind of do back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Again, the Railers will be in action tomorrow night. Of course, we'll have that here at WLCN 96.3 back at Roy S. Anderson tomorrow against Chicago Harlan. That will be a 6:30 start for the varsity. Starting for the Lincoln Railers, the normal starters for Coach Neil Alexander. First out is number 1, a 6'3" senior, Will Ewald. Number 2, 6 foot and a senior, Cameron Whiteman. 5'10" and a junior, wears the number 3, is Dylan Singleton. Another junior for head coach Neil Alexander, 6'4", wears the number 4, Landon Hullinger. And the leading scorer for the Railers, 6'3" and a senior, number 5, Caden Froby. Head coach Neil Alexander is assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, and Zach Dom. Music gets going here. The Bulldogs start the strobe lights here for the starting lineup for the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. First man out for head coach Ryan Bosch is a 6'2" junior, wears the number 3, is Braden Finch. Next man out, wears the number 5, 6'7" and a senior, is Grant Coleman. At one guard, 6'1" and a senior, wears the number 4, Paul Lenner. At another guard, 5'9" and a junior, number 11, is Elijah Warren. And the last man out for the Bulldogs, 6'2" and a senior, wears the number 34, is Kobe Essien.
Josh, tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Jim Examus Ford Lincoln. Start your new year off in style with a beautiful new vehicle from Jim Examus Ford Lincoln on Lincoln's west side. With fabulous rebates and discounts going on now, you'll save like never before. And the incentives on the remaining 2019s are at their best. But when they're going, they're going. Give Brad Centers or Sam Smedley a call at 217-732-2111 and let them put you in a new ride. Boy, I feel like I'm in Lincoln.
Yeah, nice little introduction.
Yeah,
good packed house here at Mahomet-Seymour, so nice showing by the Railer fans, of course, and then Mahomet-Seymour with their side nearly full as well. Railers out in their traveling green, faded to the bottom of the short with Lincoln across on the side of the short. Lincoln in white letters, trimmed in red with a red numeral trimmed in white. Of course, the Bulldogs in their home whites, orange lettering with blue on the trim.
Lincoln wins the tip. Froby up, missed the layup. Down rebound to Mahomet-Seymour. And we are off here at Mahomet-Seymour High School.
Yeah, that might be the easiest basket Froby gets all night. Stole the tip after Grant Coleman won it. Froby stepped in and grabbed it right away, and then Froby couldn't get the layup to go.
There's Warren with it now for Mahomet at the top of the key. Kicks it over to the wing. So far, very patient. I would expect a low-scoring game. Mahomet usually pretty patient against this Lincoln zone. They'll work it around, try to find the best possible shot. There's a drive by Warren, tries to dump it off, gets tipped away by Dylan Singleton, and they're back out to the top of the key. There's a over-the-top pass, little dump off, and fouled by Cam Whiteman. That was number 4, Cole Leaner, and Josh, they just went right over the top of the zone that time.
Yeah, threw it cross court, and that's one thing. Coleman, not only can he see at a guard position at 6'7" over the top of the zone, but that time he was way out about 25 feet. Unfortunately for the Railers, he can sink that too. He's a good shooter from deep three.
Finch makes the first for Mahomet.
Gets the first when they threw it up, and Whiteman got the foul. So early deficit for the Railers.
And he hits the second. Swished them both. That's not the guy I don't think we want the line tonight. Singleton bringing it up for the Railers. Kicks it off to Cam Whiteman, who switches. Down in the corner is Singleton with it. Now Froby. Railers looking good on the ball movement. Trying to find a good look, as you said in the pregame show, Josh, this pack line defense for Mahomet will really cut off the dribble drive, so it may be a different way that we have to attack tonight. There's a three from Hollinger. It's up. It's off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound comes down to Mahomet.
Yeah, good possession for the Railers. Tipped away.
Here comes a turnover. Here comes Cam Whiteman. It's 3-on-2 with Cam. Pulls up from the free throw line. It's up. Swish. It's good.
Tipped away by the Railers, and then Whiteman picks it up and dribbles right to the free throw line. Big time shot there on a secondary fast break.
Lincoln's looking like a trap. They got it out of there just in time. Into the middle of the zone now. Here's Coleman for 3. It's up. Long off the back iron. Caden Froby skies high for the rebound.
Yeah, nice backside rebound by Froby. There after the long 3 by Coleman.
Will Ewald, he'll take a 3. It's off the back of the iron. Rebound to Dylan Singleton. Kicks it out to Froby. Pump fakes, drives to the basket, up, draws the foul. Great drive by Caden Froby. He'll go to the free throw line. Josh, we want to say welcome to a new sponsor tonight of Lincoln Railer Basketball. That's Judge William Workman, who's running for resident circuit judge of the 11th Judicial Circuit. Vote for Judge William Workman in the Logan County primary election on March 17th.
Froby up and good on the first one. And again, Froby with that patented drive. Baseline with the right and comes back to finish with the left. Normally gets fouled or converts it. That time fouled and goes to the free throw line. 1 for 1 for Froby. Froby up and good. 2 for 2 for the senior.
And it's 4-2 Lincoln. Pull-up jumper by Cam Whiteman and some free throws by Caden Froby, nearly stolen away on the press there by the Railers. That's Warren with it. He'll shoot a 3. It's up off the back of the iron. Long rebound comes down to Lincoln. Here comes Singleton up to Ewald. Ewald up off the front of the iron. No good. That's the second layup we missed in transition.
Well, and I think that was caused a little bit by Coleman. I think Will thought Coleman was going to go up and contest the layup, and Will kind of quick shot the layup instead of going up strong.
Lincoln defense. So far, Dylan Singleton's in the paint trying to keep it out of the middle. There's a short jumper for Finch, partially blocked, I think, by Hollinger.
Yeah, and they've got almost like a 1-3 1-3-1 setup where they got to have a guy that runs the short Railers to defend if they can get it out, to get it down there.
There's Coleman on the baseline, left it short, off him on the rebound. Oh, they're going to keep it down there. I mean, we're the wrong angle. It looked like it was going to be our ball, but it'll stay with Mahomet.
Yeah, Singleton didn't like the call. He thought it was off Coleman as well.
There's Finch, a baseline jumper, no good. Rebound to Caden Proby, and we're off and running again. Here comes Dylan Singleton. No numbers this time. Needs to slow it up. He does. Calls out a set play. Here's Cam Whiteman, the three coming. It's up. It's good. A Chris Coyne, State Farm three-pointer for Cam Whiteman.
You're
it's
right.
7-2 Lincoln.
Great start by Cam.
And a steal by Singleton. Oh, they're going to call a kick.
Yeah.
He did. We were hoping he was going to get away with it, but no can do. Official was right on top of it.
Coach ran the set for Cam, and Cam stepped up big on a three-pointer. So the Railer defense starting to cause some havocs here before.
Will Ewald got away with a foul there, and instead it's going to be Hollinger. So far, I don't know if it's just our angle, Josh, but it looks like there might be some opportunities on the press. They've had some long passes that we've just tipped away. That time they took it the length of the floor. There's a layup on the inbound. That's Kobe Essien. He's an athletic kid. He's 6'2", but he's been inside. Real good athlete for Mahomet. There's Cam with a nice look to Hollinger. Out. We're going to reset now. We're in the half court. Proby's got it on the wing. Kicks it out to Ewald. Now they rotate it around the wing. Cam looks at a shot. Decides no, and the Railers will run some more offense. Proby looking. Nothing there. Again, this pack line defense, Railers look like they're still adjustable. There's a three for Hollinger, in and out.
In and out, too.
No
These are good shooting rims, too, here, Justin. Nice and soft. Hollinger off on that one, but it rattled around. He's dialed in. I think he's real close to knocking down a couple.
There's a cross-court pass to Finch. Rotates out to Warren. That's Essien, I believe. Now here's Finch for three. He likes it. He nails it. And that'll tie it up at 7. A three-pointer by Braden Finch, excuse me.
Well, and that's what we were anxious to see, is who else is going to score for the Bulldogs besides Coleman. And that time, Finch was able to get a three to go.
Finch has got 5 for Mahomet, and a loose ball foul. Nope, no call there. I thought we were going to get a foul call. Stolen away from Proby. Mahomet's got it now again on their side. There's Finch in the corner. That's now out to Warren. Their point guards. Quick screen pass or cross-court pass to Coleman, and I believe maybe the Lincoln coaching staff called that one, Josh. He made a lot of noise, and the referee.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds as he was getting ready to take off that back foot when he went to plant.
And
stepped out, but Railers need a basket here.
Yeah,
Just been a little off. I'm sure Proby's got their best defender on him.
Cam drives. He had nowhere to go, found a way to get rid of it. There's another 3 attempt from Hollinger. In and out again. He's got to keep shooting that, though, Josh. You said it. They're just in and out.
Well, and that's where he likes it, too. He likes a shot from the corner. Hollinger usually dead eye from there.
That's a steal from Proby. Proby's looking. He's going to look to score on this. A floater between traffic. Up and scoops it in. What a drive from Caden Proby.
Yeah, steal caught it with one hand and then
and there's
that
pass again. They're looking at that cross-court pass, and, man, I'm telling you, Lincoln's a hand away from it almost every time.
Well, Coleman, too, is able to throw that on a line all the way across court. Shows the strength that kid has. That's going to be an over-the-back, another turnover.
It is. A little lapse in focus from Finch, and we'll take it. Josh, I feel like Lincoln's offense, it just doesn't look like a lot of rhythm yet, right? Like these shots that they're taking, they're quality shots, but we're just not quite shooting them in a rhythm.
Yeah, we haven't been in rhythm from the three-point line a lot this year. It's been a little bit of a struggle from deep for the Railers. The defense and the driving has been so good for the Railers this year that we haven't had to rely on a lot of threes.
There's Caden. He's going to drive up, and no good, no foul. And I'll tell you, Josh, they're letting them play here. There's been a lot of contact on drives to the basket, but Mahomet's got it in transition. There could have been a foul on us, and it's coming back our way now. Caden leaps and lays it in, and that's going to make it 11-7. They're going to call a timeout. We'll send it back to the studio for a break. Stick with us here on 96.3 WLCN. We're back on 96.3 WLCN. Lincoln ahead, 11-7. Josh, we've gotten a few turnovers and it seems to get our offense going a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say about 5 turnovers for the Bulldogs so far, and Froby super active defensively. Yeah. A couple tip-aways for him, a couple steals, which have led to layups, and actually the Railers have missed a couple, so it could be even a bigger lead for the Railers. But defense active so far. 11-7, the Railers up with two to go here in the first.
There's nearly another steal. There's Finch. He likes to shoot it, boy. He's very aggressive on there, and he lays that up and in. That'll make it 11-9 in favor of the Railers.
Yeah, the Railers got to step over and take a charge. That was a drive you could see from a long way.
Lob play to the point guard. Oh, they nearly got it. Dylan Singleton got his own rebound amongst 4 Mahomet defenders. Kicked it back out to Willie Wald for a 3. No good. Yeah, that's a play we haven't seen in a while there, Josh.
Yeah, they've been running it lately
really?
to Dylan, and he's been able to get that to go. But again, another layup miss for the Railers, and then couldn't get
There's
the 3 to go.
There's a 3 from Warren. That's no good. Rebound to Dylan Singleton. In transition, here's Hollinger. He's going to pull up from 15. Off the back of the iron, and it will go. They're going to keep it in bounds. And Mahomet's got it heading their way now. Finch has got it. He's got 7 of their 9 points. Coleman so far scoreless. Again, the Division I recruit. There's Finch. He's going to shoot a 3 off the back iron. No good. Strong rebound. Cam Whiteman out in transition comes Will Ewald. He's up and it's good.
Yeah,
man.
Nice pass by the quarterback. Whiteman off the rebound. Didn't even touch the ground, Justin. Yeah. It was on a line. Ewald caught it in stride. Never put it on the floor, and up and good.
Yeah, Will Ewald just out in transition there. He gets out in transition like a gazelle. He just takes off, and he's hard to catch up with. There's Coleman, a long 3. That's up the front of the iron. No good, and rebound to Lincoln.
Yeah, good job by the Railers. They really forced Coleman way off the 3-point line, Justin. I think he can make those, but boy, if you consistently shoot it from 22-23, I think the Railers' chances are really good of holding him down tonight.
And it's going to be a 30 seconds here. Lincoln up 13-9. You know they're going to hold for 1. This is a big possession to end. I think I know the set that's coming here. I think if I saw the coaches right, I think I know. I think we're going to be looking at a Cam Whiteman 3 here.
Going to have to get it going here. Now 9.
Dylan's got it. Now over to Froby. He's going to drive a 16-footer, tough shot, and nailed it with a hand in his face. Hayden Froby with a tough shot, and that's going to give Lincoln a 15-9 lead after the first quarter. We're going to send it to break. Stick with us here on WLCN 96.3. We're back for the second quarter here on 96.3 WLCN. Lincoln ahead, 15-9. Josh, I want to send our condolences to the family of assistant coach Brandon Farmer. I know his grandfather, Jerry Gordon, passed away this week, so Brandon's probably at home with his family, but we want to pass our condolences along to him and the rest of the extended Farmer family and Gordon family.
Yeah, lob here.
Lob and
throw another turnover now. 6 for Mahomet. The Railers in that quarter, Justin, led by Froby. Froby finished with 8 on the quarter. Whiteman with 5.
Dylan Singleton bringing it up now.
Yeah, Will Ewald had 2 in the quarter to get to 15 for the Railers.
There's a 3 from Hollinger. It's up off the front of the iron, and he just rimmed another one rolled out. Landon's got 3 attempts, and I think all 3 of them have just missed.
Yeah, and normally when the coaches run a set for the Railers, they're usually spot on because they practice it so much in practice. They've shot that a million times. Hollinger just off tonight so far.
There's Coleman. He tried to get aggressive that time and kicks it off his knee and right over the head of a Lady Railer cheerleader over there. But the Lady Railer cheerleaders fast on their feet as always. There's Warren with it now. Over to Finch. Back to Warren. Now Coleman. You said it, Josh. For a big guy, he's out in the perimeter almost exclusively.
Yeah, it doesn't really look to go inside at all. If he does, it's going to that free throw line.
There's Finch. They get it inside. A little dump off wasn't there, and another turnover. And Cam Whiteman exchanging some pleasantries with.
Well, and the thing is for Mahomet, when they haven't turned it over, they've gotten good shots and they've been able to convert on some shots. But they've turned it over now 7 times.
Yeah, it's hard to win when you can't get shots up. Railer defense. Caden Proby, a step back 3 off the back of the iron, rebound to Hollinger. There's another 3 attempt, this time for Whiteman.
Boy,
nothing but the bottom of the net.
Perfect
and that's
from the field so far.
It's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer, and he held that follow through a little bit there to let him know you got to guard me out here.
Take a charge.
There's that's a block. Oh, they called the charge with a block. A block, yeah.
Block on Hollinger. Basket up and good for 33.
Yeah, that's the sophomore, I believe.
Collar.
Yeah, he's a big kid, 6'7",
sophomore for.
Heavy limbed kid too, just tree trunks for legs, and he got all of that collision. Landon Hollinger did.
Is that Hollinger's second already?
It might be. They took him to the bench.
Yeah, that must be Hollinger's second. So
checks in.
Tungate checks in, and Ewald now goes to the 4 spot.
There's another 3 for Cam Whiteman. He's feeling it. No good off the back of the iron that time. That was a tough shot. I think he took that at a pretty deep angle here on the baseline, and Lincoln's got a trap. Caden Proby. Ooh, a timeout from Mahomet. Just in time. Saves the Railers.
30 seconds.
Prevents the Railers from a steal and bucket. Hey, Josh, we want to say thank you to tonight's live streaming video, which is brought to you by Town & Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. At Town & Country Bank, our mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our communities, one person at a time. You can check this game out on YouTube. If you go search the WLCN page, there's other links. If you go to our Twitter profile, that you can catch the links to the game, catch it the live action here. I was able to take in some ball games when the Railers were down in Collinsville. Good experience. If you got a smart TV, you can even get it in the living room. It's pretty nice. All right, we're back to the action here. There's Finch with it. He's their leading scorer. He's got 7 of their 11 points, and he's been aggressive.
Yeah, Coleman in there now running the short portion. Going to try and get him the ball somewhere, but doesn't look a lot to score. Look, passer and kind of takes his time on.
Yep, we've held it scoreless thus far. There's a 3 from Finch.
Hard.
That's off the back of the iron. Rebound goes directly to Mahomet. They missed the putback, but the big kid, Kohler, gets the tip in on the second offensive rebound. Just nothing. Not much you can do about that one. He's just big. Big and tough in there is Kohler. There's a backdoor cut. They had it, but he missed it. There's Cam. He'll shoot another 3. That one's no good. Cam was hot earlier. He's cooled off now. Rebound to Kohler from Mahomet.
Yeah, Railers still keep that 18-13 lead here. Now 5:10 left in the second quarter, and the Railers a couple possessions without a basket.
There's Finch, finds Kohler down low off his hands. Now Coleman's got it in the corner. Now Warren. They're working it inside. Good ball movement there from Mahomet. The Railers got lucky. They missed about a 7-footer. And now Lincoln in transition. Dylan with a little 10-foot pull-up.
Yeah,
that's his shot.
Nice transition by the Railers, too. Rebound by Froby. Froby kicks it to Tungate, and Tungate finds Dylan right there at that secondary fast break. Now steal by Tungate. He's going to go up.
He checks the defender,
Good,
lays
nice.
it up and in. Great
Again,
job
Justin,
by
that Railer defense just tenacious at the top now with Singleton, Froby, and now Tungate up there.
Just ball hawks up there on the front. There's a little Kohler bodied into Will Ewald. He wanted a foul. but missed a little baby hook off the front of the iron. Lincoln up 9, looking to take a pretty commanding lead. If we can get this to 4 or 5 possessions, boy, that'd be nice. Will's got it now over to Kim. Kim's got Coleman on him. He looks like they're looking to the bench for another set play. There's Tungate. He's on the wing. Now Ewald. Now over to Singleton. He crosses his defender over. Stood with him. Dillon in the corner. Drives. Kicks it out to Froby. He looks at a shot fake. Drives. Up. No good. Could have gotten a foul call, but no foul. And now it's back to Mahomet. They look like they're looking in transition a little bit. Coleman still looking for his first basket. Raylers fouled in there. Seth Tungate with a good foul. And Josh, we've held this Coleman kid scoreless so far. It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, he's really passive on a lot of stuff. You know, you think with Mahomet really struggling to find good shots that he would get a little closer to the basket and use his size, but that must not be his game.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
As he sits out on the perimeter a lot.
There's a scorer. That's Finch. He's been their scorer tonight. He left a long 3. Dylan Singleton had the rebound, picks his feet up. Now here comes Froby and fastest scorer. And as fast as I can talk, the Railers are scoring.
Yeah.
24-13.
Well, the conditions Singleton and Froby have to be in. They're played great, tenacious defense, and then they're out like deer on the fast break. And both of them still playing really, really hard. You can see Caden starting to suck a little wind. Dylan as well. Tungate starting to get it. It'd be nice for a little media timeout here. Can you call one of those?
Yeah, I don't think I've got that in the bag of tricks. Coleman, long attempt, no good. Rebound by Froby, and we're off and running again. Here comes Ewald. That's up, that's good. And the coaching staff from Mahomet cannot like to see the Railers just beating them down the floor on consecutive possessions.
Yeah, run. And you talk about conditioning. You know, it's one thing we talked with Coach Alexander a little bit about in the postgame the other night is, you know, he doesn't play a lot of guys, mainly just 6 guys. Tungate comes off the bench, but is he worried about conditioning and the fatigue of, you know, you had a game Tuesday, you got a game tonight, you got a game tomorrow, and then you look at the schedule and it's a lot of 3-game weeks during the season now, and he said no, this group's really conditioned. They work hard, not necessarily doing a lot of conditioning, but when they go through drills, they practice extremely hard at it, so that helps their conditioning, and as you can see tonight, Justin, they're going and haven't missed a beat.
Yeah, that's honestly been the difference in the game right now. It's 26-13. Railers with the lead. A lot of transition buckets for the Railers. Hey, Josh, we want to say thank you to Headline Salon. Visit Brett, Liz, Danielle, and Shay at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. Phone 651-8310 with walk-ins. Welcome.
You know, and Hollinger went to the bench early in the second quarter. So you've seen a lot more action tonight from Tungate because of the foul trouble, but you know, you put him on the point, and you can move Will with a little size back to the back position in the 1-2-2.
Singleton on a wing is just not even fair.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of quickness out there, and the thing is, they're very scrappy and they're very tough.
Yeah, oh yeah, they will. They'll fight you. They will come at you.
You know, and when the refs let you play a little bit out on the perimeter with some hacking and some slapping a little bit, it really benefits the Railers.
And as you say that, Josh, I was just getting ready to say there's only been 5 fouls called. That's the 6th foul between either team tonight. 5 for Lincoln, 1 for Mahomet. And, you know, Mahomet does play that pack line defense, which kind of usually keeps players out of foul trouble.
Well, it's really interesting to watch, too, the difference in officials as you were down in Collinsville. Man, that would have been a brush down in Collinsville. I mean, they really let them play, I thought, down there. And you move here and up north a little bit, and now you get into Apollo, and there's you just get a lot of those ticky-tack fouls seem like to be called a lot more.
There's another steal from Caden Froby, and he's off and running. Looks up, doesn't see a Railer. He's going to kick it out to Will Ewald, and they're going to reset with 2 minutes left here. Smart decision by Caden. Got a steal, and instead of forcing something, we're going to run some offense, run some time.
Now they put Coleman on Froby, so a good matchup there for Caden.
Little stutter step. Coleman stayed with him. Now Will Ewald drives baseline up. Ooh, swatted by Coleman. A good play by Coleman. Come off the weak side and swatted that one out of bounds. It's back to Mahomet. The student section down here liked it. There's a near turnover. Finch, tough shot. tried to shoot it over 2 Lincoln defenders, couldn't do it. Caden, little James Harden move from Caden Froby, a scoop and score. Just picked it up, Euro stepped and threw it in.
Yeah, don't you just feel that Coach Alexander, I think in the maybe leading up to this game and even in the huddle tonight before in the locker room, that you said, boys, just let your athleticism take over, because I think we've seen this team run this year on a lot of turnovers, not as near as much as we have tonight on rebounds, and they're running and all the guys are out on the break.
Caden free throws in and out, he shakes his head.
They have really put a point of emphasis on get the transition baskets going.
It almost looks like the guards for Lincoln are just playing angry tonight. Like,
they've been like that all year.
Yeah,
I mean, they're super athletic and
there's
very
a 3 attempt from Warren. That's no good. A rebound for Caden Froby, who's stuffing the stat sheet tonight, folks. He's got several rebounds. A fake, up and good. What a showtime move by Caden Froby. Another lay-in, and it's like he's daring him to stop him, Josh. He's got 12.
Yeah, 12, and he's really got a lot of those on the break. I don't think he's got a 3 tonight or even attempted one, but he hasn't had to. He's been out on the break, and he's been very good.
And there's the first points of the night for Coleman, a long 3. Folks, you've got to check out the move that Caden Froby just put on his defender on YouTube.
Well, I think if you're Coach Alexander here, too, you're up 30-16 with 30 seconds left here before halftime. I think he's going to try and spread these guys out and really either get to the basket or give it to Froby and see if he can go one-on-one on his guy.
Dylan Singleton, he dribbles it over to Ewald. He's got it at the top of the key. It looks like they might be in their 3-man weave. Now there's a set that's being called. They cheated out. They knew it was going to Cade and cheated out, knocked it away from him. 10.8 on the clock. Lincoln will get it out of bounds right near the Mahomet bench.
Yeah, 10 seconds. They're going to go right into a sideline play here to get somebody open for a layup.
And there's Caden on a little give and go, taken away by Mahomet. They're in transition, stolen away back. 5 seconds.
Got time.
3 seconds. Here's Caden. He's going to lay it up and in again. Oh, too hard off the backboard that time. Nearly another great play. A little helter-skelter there to end the half. But Lincoln, we got to be happy with it. On the road in Mahomet against another undefeated conference team. We're ahead 30-16. Stick with us. We'll be back with a halftime break and a halftime show. You're listening to Lincoln Rattler Basketball on WLCN 96.3.
and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. The Railers up 30-16 here at halftime from the sauna that they would call Mahomet. I'm sitting down and sweating. It is warm here in Mahomet.
Mahomet sauna?
Yeah, you're right. The Bulldogs have got the heat turned up, and so do the Railers on the defense, and the transition basketball for the Railers tonight has been outstanding. A ton of layups, a ton of turnovers by Mahomet, and the Railers have turned them into quick basketball. Let's go through the scoring. First for Mahomet, they were led in the first half by the 6'2 junior Braden Finch. He had 7. 3 for Grant Coleman, the 6'7 senior. 2 apiece for Cole Leonard, Kobe Essien, and Luke Kohler to round out the 16 points for the Bulldogs from Mahomet-Seymour. The Railers were led tonight so far in the first half on a big one. All 2-pointers and free throws for Froby tonight. Froby's got 14 points. Cam Whiteman with 8. 4 for Will Ewald and 2 for Dylan Singleton and Seth Tungate. Landon Hollinger straddled with some fouls early in the second quarter. 30-16. We'll take another break. Be back here in just a couple of minutes here in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. And you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Welcome back, Railer fans, here from Mahomet-Seymour High School. They are giving away some raffle here at Mahomet-Seymour. Nice crowd here to see the Railers, Justin, jump out to a lead early. Bulldogs kind of came back, got it tied there at 7, I think, and then the Railers just went on a torrid run with defense, turning into offense, quick scores, layups, transition basketball. Unlike I've seen this year with the Railers, we've been fast and quick up the court at times. It's been constant tonight, almost like a run and gun team that the Coach Al said, boys, let's turn the horses loose and let's go.
Well, and I know we missed some layups and some ones that we'd like to have back, but I'll tell you, Josh, the story of the first half for me is those last 3 minutes from Caden Froby. He'd single out one guy, but man, he just reached into the bag of tricks and pulled out a scoop shot, was an and one. He missed the free throw. Had a ball fake, shot fake, scored, hit a shot with a man with a hand in his face. And then the last play was the little Showtime Magic Johnson move to lay it in. They just so many little tricks that he's got to get his points.
Well, and I think if you look at an opponent, you're so used to preparing for the three-point shot, and possibly a big guy like with Jermaine a year ago, and you had to worry about him, and rarely did you have to prepare for transition baskets, getting back, and we're beating them down the court almost every single time with numbers, and you just add another dimension to this team that it's hard to guard, and they haven't shot the three well. Cam opened it up with a couple of threes for himself. Nobody else has gotten one to go, I don't think, from three-point land. So just the difference of scoring that this team can provide. Pull-up jump shots. We've seen Froby with a couple 15-footers. We saw Dylan Singleton get in from 10, and then you see the transition layups. So unselfish. They're willing and able to give up the extra pass for that better shot or that better layup.
Seth Tungay gave us some good minutes there again as well. The defense has been the key, and of course Seth brings that every time he steps on the floor for the Railers as well.
Well, Brody Whiteman checks in too a little bit there late in the half.
I missed that.
To give I think it was Ewald a little break with that. He's had a blood blister on his foot, so we're hoping Will gets that taken care of and is ready. But yeah, again, the Railers knocked down a couple of those threes, Justin. You're looking at a 20-point lead here at halftime, and just haven't been able to get them to go.
Another little thing, X's and O's thing that I took notice of is, we came out, we were running our motion offense, and we talked about it on the broadcast. It's a little out of rhythm, and then you saw Coach Al dig into the sets a little bit. He started running some sets, and that seemed to make a difference as well. Got us going a little bit on offense. Then the transition, I mean, we can't count it for sure, but I would bet that the majority of our points came in transition and some sets there in the first half. We'll send it to break. We'll be right back here in 30 seconds on 96.3 WLCN. This is Justin Tierney. I'm joined by Josh Komnick. We're at Mahomet-Seymour High School getting ready to bring the second half action between the Lincoln Railers and the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. Two undefeated Apollo Conference teams. Josh, you talked about it in the pregame show. The Railers can hold on in the second half. They really are in the driver's seat in the Apollo.
Yeah, the Railers will open up with the ball here and really have taken this big crowd out of the game, Justin. And if the Railers can get a couple baskets here with some...
Cam Whiteman with it out of the halftime break. Dylan Singleton looks at a baseline drive. Kicks it over to Froby. He'll shoot a three. It's up, no good. Rebound to Coleman for Mahomet.
Nice set by the Railers, too. Got a wide open look for Froby in the corner. Just couldn't get it to go. And again, the Railer 3 points shot just not on tonight.
There's Essien with it in the corner. Right below us here. We're up high in this toasty gym here in Mahomet. Coleman, long three, around and out. Rebound to Finch. He goes up, puts his body into a Railer, doesn't get a foul called.
Yeah, lucky too. Hollinger got a very good chance of picking up his third foul here early.
They've been letting him play. There's a backdoor cut from Will Ewald. A pretty pass.
Great pass too. That's not a set either, Justin. That's just two seniors been playing together for 4 years. And backdoor overplayed. The defender overplayed Ewald, and a nice pass by Whiteman.
A lot of times that backdoor pass, you'll see them rush it. And Cam didn't panic, just dropped it nice and easy. There's Finch posted up, Cam Whiteman, and got a layup. And that'll make it 32-18. Lincoln ahead, 6:40 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they could have called 10 seconds in the lane there, too.
There's Froby's got it. Cuts between the two defenders, a little floater. That's up, that's good. Says, I haven't done one of those yet. Let me try that.
Yeah, he's got all the tricks out tonight. Justin, as you said, a floater going up and over from about 5 feet in front.
There's a near steal by Will Ewald. There's Finch. That's got to be, oh, man, I thought maybe Hollinger had position. They're going to call him for a block. That's 3 on Landon. And, man, I thought maybe that shoulder got into him a little bit and that maybe Landon would get away with that. But He won't, so he'll head to the bench. Here comes Seth Tungate checking in for Landon.
Yeah, it's been one of those nights where Hollinger just couldn't get out of the way. You know, he tried to do his best to get over in front of that, and you're right. I thought he just buried that shoulder, and a lot of times as a player, not tonight.
Coleman hits the free throws. That's Finch hits the free throws. 34-21. Lincoln with the advantage. Railers turn it over. It'll go back to Mahomet.
A little momentum here by Mahomet, I guess if you could call it that. A three-point play goes down for Mahomet, and now they get the ball back after the turnover from the Railers. So,
and that's an odd call. They just called Dillon for a touch foul after not calling anything all night. I don't know that was any different than anything else we've seen, but 2 consecutive possessions with fouls on the Railers, and they just called another foul on the Railers. That's about 3 fouls in about 30 seconds on the clock. And all of a sudden, the game is being officiated a little differently.
Yeah, and Tungate all over Elijah Warren there, and 2 quick fouls by the Railers. Now 3 team fouls so far for the Railers in the third quarter. Still 5:40 left here to go.
Dillon's up in his face again. He didn't dare the ref to call a foul that time. And there's Coleman. He drops it off to Essien. Coleman on a drive and dish, and that's probably the kind of things they want to see out of their star senior.
Yeah.
Here's Singleton. He drives, kicks it out to Cam Whiteman. Cam drives all the way into the bucket, plays it up and in.
Yeah,
Great
nice
drive
by
Cam Whiteman.
Not something you normally see out of Whiteman going all the way to the hoop. Usually he'll drive and kick it out to a three-point shooter, but Whiteman took Coleman all the way to the rack.
Railers 36, Mahomet 23, 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Mahomet's got some momentum though here to start the second half with a few Railer fouls. There's Coleman with it in the corner. That's Warren. He hasn't shot it much, but Coleman will shoot another long three. That's no good. Rebound down inside. There's Essien, sprints through the lane. He gets a layup. He's clearly the athletic post player for them. Took it inside, got a layup. He's got 6 now. I think he's got 4 of those here in just the first 4 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, now they got their crowd into it too.
Ewald up, lays it up and in on the 3-man weave.
Yeah, need some good defense here, Justin. Now the Bulldogs got a little momentum, a little confidence in their offense. Get it.
And a long pass down to Essien. He's going to score up and in, and they're going to call Will Ewald. Looked like he was straight up to me, Josh. They call him for a foul. And
14 fouls now for Lincoln.
I know Landon Hollinger's in foul trouble. I don't know if any other Railer has 2.
Ewald with 1.
Tungate's got
3, but I think Coach is willing to leave Tungate out there at this point to give Hollinger a little more of a break until at least maybe that 2 minute left in the third or something, or maybe even the fourth. See what the lead is.
Essien missed the first. He switches the second. That'll make it 38-26. You said it, Josh. Lincoln needs to answer some of these buckets. We don't want this game to be one that gets down to 5 or 6. Are they going to call a push-off on there? No, they're not. And, man, it just blows my mind when officials call completely different games from the first half to the second half.
Yeah, first team foul now on the Bulldogs. As the Railers will get the ball inbounds here. Big possession here. The Railers up 38-26. Need a basket, get that lead back to 14 like we had at half.
First half was very physical, letting them play, and the second half has become touch fouls. We'll see if the Railers can figure it out here. There's Froby, long 3 from Cam Whiteman. No good, and Railers with a rebound. Seth Tungate lays it up and in.
Yeah, just
Johnny on the spot.
Just a bobbled rebound. All Bulldogs there to get it, and Tungate comes up with it and scores. So huge basket there for the Railers.
There's a long pass over to Schmidt. That's Warren. He drives, runs into 2 Railer defenders. They got a trap. Oh, Seth Tungate had the steal and just dribbled it off his foot as he was trying to corral it. Good trap there by Froby and Whiteman in the corner. But it's back out to Mahomet. The Bulldogs got it in the corner again. There's Aiden, steal by Caden Froby, and we're off and running. It's 3-on-2. Behind his back goes Froby, but just nicked it. There's a 3 from Will Ewald. Boom. Good. Will Ewald for 3. That's a Chris Coyne State Farm
big
three-pointer, and that was a huge shot. Extends the Railer lead to 17.
With the hand in his face, I thought there was no way Will was going to get that shot off, and Froby kind of bobbled the dribble.
That's a foul there by Cam Whiteman. That one, Cam got his body into his defender.
Handed off to Ewald, and Ewald had a hand in his face and still was able to drill it. So,
well, and Froby went behind his back and almost completed it, but didn't quite get it, and just picked it up and turned around, and there was Will standing wide open. Well, not wide open, but open enough to get a shot up.
Concern here now, Justin, the Railers with 5 team fouls already here in the second half.
There's Coleman's got it down on the block. They kicked it back out to Essien. This is Kohler, his big sophomore, came in the first half. And another sprint by Essien, and that's about the third time he's done that, where they've gotten it inside, and then he comes on the secondary attack and gets a layup. There's Singleton now over to Whiteman. Whiteman looks, nobody there. Now over to Froby. He'll drive. Singleton, Ewald in the corner. Back out to Froby on the wing. Froby, a little ball fake. Will with a floater. Not the shot we were probably looking for there off the front of the iron. And now here comes Mahomet in transition. There's a 3, no good.
Nice
rebound to Caden Froby.
Froby way up there with the big boys too.
Singleton's got it now. Will Ewald goes into his man. No foul somehow. And couldn't get it. There's Froby. He'll hit the floater and one. I don't know how in the world Will Ewald didn't draw a foul there. There was so
and I
much
think Coach
contact.
Alexander was telling the official that the same thing's getting called down on our end that's not getting called. And might have been a little bit of makeup call there, though, too. I don't know if Froby was really fouled a whole lot there on that shot, but it was a great shot there, hung in the air from about 10 feet, 8 feet something. And Froby give him 19 on the night here.
Yeah, Caden might be looking at 30 tonight the way this game's going. And Brody Whiteman will check in for Seth Tungate. Brody had a nice sophomore game tonight, was very active.
Sophomores with another W tonight, so head coach Greg Alexander picks up another W.
That's Leaner, taken away, and they're going to call a rip on Will Ewald. And, man, Josh, is it the same guy that's making most of the calls down here? There's an official that's bald official. I think he's made most of them, but man, it's just been a different game.
Yeah, it looked like Will Ewald had a lot of basketball on that strip.
Yeah, it sure did. And Will Ewald doesn't back down, takes away. Cam Whiteman slides on the floor. It's taken away by Mahomet. Good hustle by the Railers, about 4 of them on the floor. Oh, that was all ball from Caden Froby. We'll have that on replay on YouTube. Caden Froby got all ball on that, but that's whistled another foul, and that is Caden's first.
Almost one of those ones where it looks way worse than it really was. And Caden,
he got that with his arm.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the foul was actually on Caden. They called it on Caden, but he had a lot of basketball, and it was really going 2-3 guys going up and contesting the shot.
Yeah, Coach Al, I guarantee, is talking about the play with Will Ewald down here. They called this on our end, and the play on Will Ewald on the other end was not a foul, and I'm sure that's what he just said to that official. Essien missed the first, hits the second. It's 46-29. Railers commanding lead. Now we're out in transition again, and Will Ewald's got it. Got a little bit unorganized there. And Railers still have the ball.
Yeah, up 46-29.
Yeah, it feels a lot closer than it is.
Yeah, it does.
Really
Railers went on a nice run there with a big and one play by Froby, and Will Ewald hit that big three.
Singleton kicks it off to Whiteman. Cam, he's had a good game tonight.
Yeah,
he laid that up.
Great job by Cam, too. He's been great going to the basket here. Again, something he doesn't normally do to go to finish. And Whiteman has done a great job of finishing those drives.
Oh, that's got to be offensive. Oh, they're going to call it travel. Still goes our way. Could have been offensive, but, it's like Cam. It feels like he hit those threes in the first half, and now he's started to feel the overplay, and he's read that, and now he's taken to the basket.
Yeah, all the Railers have taken the basket tonight.
Yeah, big growth from Cam from last year, where he was almost exclusively a shooter. He's hit 3 drives and points tonight. So good to see him evolve, and I'm sure he's just going to keep getting better as the season goes on. A hard-working kid.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going to go out in a trap here. 1-3-1 trap. So hard to do against the Railers. Singleton.
Up, no good off the front of the iron, and they're ripping at it. And that's going to be a foul on Brody Whiteman.
And that's a foul you can't give up, Justin, because now they're in the bonus here, and you foul them on a, basically I call it like an old YMCA play where second graders always go for the basketball when it's off the rebound, and you have 37 jump balls in YMCA. Same thing Brody did right there.
Yep.
A foul 95 feet from the basket, or however long a basketball court is. And now you get, go to the line with the clock stopped and a chance for them to score.
Essien up good. He's had a really good third quarter here. I don't know how many he had at half, Josh, but he's got 11 now. He's their second leading scorer. Again, Raylor's done a fantastic job on Grant Coleman. He's only got 3 points.
Yeah, now the Bulldogs come up in a 1-2-2 press here. Obviously, the Railers should have an idea of how to capitalize on that.
Cam's got it across half court for the Railers. And a turnover. And here comes Mahomet. And no call there. Caden Froby's got it. And Will Ewald's out and running. Here we go again. Will Ewald lays it up and in. And Will Ewald makes a living on runouts.
Yeah,
maybe.
Catching it from Froby or Whiteman, or one of the two, and making layups.
Yep. There's a three in the corner for Coleman. That's no good. That's off Essien. It's got to be our way it is. 50-31. Railers ahead. 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. With a basket here, they'll go into the fourth quarter with a 20-point lead. Cam inbounding it in front of the Mahomet bench. There's Froby. He drives up and good around a defender. That's 52-31. Caden Froby's got 21, folks. A heck of a night for him again. Coleman, a long three, air ball, no good. And Lincoln with a great response to some early Mahomet momentum in the third quarter. It's 52-31 in favor of the Railers. Keep it here with us for the fourth quarter on 96.3 WLCN. We're back here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. Railers ahead in the fourth quarter, 52-31. They'll look to close out a huge Apollo Conference win over the Bulldogs. There's Warren into Finch on the layup. It's up and good.
Yeah, nice job by the Bulldogs there. Got the ball right in the middle, which they haven't done a whole lot. Hollinger back in the game here with 3 fouls. Hasn't got a lot of time here. Just saddled with foul trouble all night.
Yep. Dylan Singleton's got it. He's being guarded by Warren. It's going to match up all night. Dylan goes right around him and in for the layup. 54-33, and man, I feel for the kid who has to guard Dylan Singleton all night because he just never stops. Coleman, he's looking for points, man. He's finally got his second basket. That's only 5 for him, and he's just got to be frustrated. Railer defense done a great job of containing him tonight. Singleton, he's still going to the basket, kicks it out to Hollinger. Landon drives, kicks it out to Whiteman.
Yeah, I think the Railers you're just going to see a spread, Justin, and spread the floor and go to the basket.
Yep, knocked away by a Mahomet defender, and they get a 3 in transition, and Finch hits a 3 and looks over to his friends. Uh-oh, here we go, and heady play there by Caden Froby. It's 54-38. The Mahomet fans thought that might have been off of Caden.
The Railers having a little trouble, Justin, getting the ball in bounds here.
They are having a little trouble with the press, and what's the call there?
Hold on Mahomet. So they've got a lot of fouls to give. Just 3 team fouls now.
It's leaner, yep. They're
for Mahomet, and they've been doing it a lot to Dylan. Also, Elijah Warren all over Dylan before he gets the basketball.
Dillon drives right by him. There's a nice pass over to Hollinger, and I'm just going to say it, Josh, that kid can't guard Dillon.
Well, that's why I'll keep wondering how long he's going to keep playing man-to-man full court, and he keeps getting dirt way back here next to us, and then it just opens up driving lanes and kicks for the Railers.
He can't guard him. Dillon got pretty physical there, and no foul, and he's off and running, and it's a little too much outlet pass on that one. It's been there all night, but that time it wasn't there. There's a three for Coleman, and don't let him get hot. He just hit a three in the corner. They're going to call a timeout for Mahomet. It's 56-41. Josh, we want to say thank you to Alibi Saloon for the best place to meet all of your friends before and after the Railer games. It's the Alibi Saloon, located at 415 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln, home of the best bacon cheeseburgers in Logan County. We also want to say thank you to Sal Polis, the Sal Polis Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Planning for college or retirement, find out how to afford both. Contact Sal Polis, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-732-4001. Sal Polis, Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Well, the Bulldogs cut into it a little bit here on a quick, I think they had 31 to end the third here in about 2 minutes span. They put up 10 points on a couple of Grant Coleman three-pointers. So, there's a lot of time left here. Obviously, with, the three-point line, the Railers up 56-41, 5:59 left here in the fourth. The Railers have to take care of the basketball, continue to go to the basket and get good shots and play defense.
I think you made a great point. With Mahomet's only got 3 fouls, so at this point they're going to go after everything. They're going to play very aggressive. We've got to be strong with it, and the officials, if they foul us, have to call it. So we'll have to hold on for this one to close out this ball game. Lincoln gets it across half court. Will Ewald got it on the wing.
Yeah, I think the Railers could take off about a minute each possession here and then go get any kind of basket that they want.
Will Ewald scoops and scores. That's another basket. Will Ewald, very balanced scoring tonight.
Yeah, Will with 15 tonight.
Yeah. There's Finch. He's aggressive. He takes it. I think the foul was after the shot, but they're going to call it. And might be number 4 on Landon Hollinger. I'm not sure. It is. They're going to call that on Landon.
Man, Hollinger with 4. Yeah, just can't get out of the way of fouls tonight.
Yeah, I feel like that ball was already up on the rim and caught him on the way down and was whistled for it. Finch hits the first one. Finch never seen a shot he doesn't like.
No, he's been aggressive here tonight.
He's got 18. Made him count. Somehow has no fouls. That's 19 with that free throw. And it's 58-43 in favor of the Railers.
Still pressure here by the Bulldogs. 1-2-2 with Coleman sitting right in the middle.
Down in the corner to Seth Tungate. Hits it to Cam Whiteman, who cuts through the middle. Will Ewald open in the corner for a 3 if he wants it. There's a lob pass that allowed the defender to get to him. Railers playing it smart, though. They're going to run some clock. There's Will in the corner again. Now he's going to drive, kicks it over to Cam Whiteman. Cam's in the corner. He's waiting for the trap, sees it, kicks it over to Tungate, who is trying to get it to Ewald. Stolen away, though, by Coleman, who gets it up in transition to Finch. Blocked by, oh my goodness, not even close. That was a foul. That was a clean block by Dylan Singleton. And we heard the ball up here, didn't you, Josh?
It sounded pretty clean, but we haven't gotten a whole lot of calls on the block shots part.
Not down on this end. And Finch shooting more free throws. That's up and good. Yeah, I could have sworn that was all ball, folks. I don't know about that one. Hey, we want to say thanks to CCA Online. CCA Online offers internet service to Logan County. Visit the website ccaonline.com to sign up for a free site survey from your local, friendly, knowledgeable internet service provider.
Well, here draws a little more interesting now. 13-point lead for the Railers. Still 4:45 left in the game.
Dangerous pass there with 2 Railers standing right next to each other. Now Dillon's got it down low, kicks it over to Will Ewald. Rebound by Dylan Singleton.
Get it out of there. Let's run some clock here.
Run some clock. And there's Caden. He's trying to take it in. Dylan's taking it in. No foul call, but Dylan perseveres through the contact, lays it up and in. 60-45. Railers ahead 15. 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Now Coleman getting very aggressive. Didn't get the foul there. Now Dylan's got it in transition again. Slipped on the floor, and must have been a wet spot as Dylan went sliding there. And Landon's going to check back in now for, who's he getting?
Looks like Hollinger will check in now for Tungate, and you just see a little helter-skelter type of defense.
The Railers are trying to allow their student manager to go wipe the floor. They're just telling him to go over and do it, and he's doing it. And
I mean, the defense for the Bulldogs have just gotten a little out of control now. It's bothered the Railers a few times here now as they've just started to play a little bit harder. And then Mahomet should have done that. We started in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to give the name of this manager as a former manager myself, because he just was working hard out there. Came out onto the floor to wipe it down. I believe that's Trent Butterfield on the spot. And a steal by Mahomet. Coleman, and there was some contact. I don't know that any Railer necessarily tried to, but
now 10 team fouls, so Mahomet in the double bonus here, so they will shoot 2 free throws. The Railers still up 60-45, and I think you're just starting to see a lot of perspiration on the floor because it's so hot in here.
Yeah.
You can see the Railers are soaking wet.
Yeah.
Bulldogs jerseys are soaked, and you're starting to, anytime someone hits the floor, you're going to need a towel to wipe this up.
While they're doing this, Josh, we want to give a thank you to Family Custom Cleaners, tanning, 24-hour laundromat, and U-Haul dealer located at 621 Woodlawn Road, Lincoln. Watch for dry cleaning and super tanning specials. Phone 735-2505 for more information.
Yeah, Coleman steps to the line with 8 points tonight, going for 9 and 10, and off.
In and out. Josh, we also want to say thank you to State Bank of Lincoln, serving the area for over 113 years with 4 locations in Lincoln and 2 in Clinton. Proud to be a Lincoln Railers sponsor. In and out on both of those. Essien comes down with a rebound, and he puts it in. This kid's a good player. This Essien, very athletic inside, giving the Railers some trouble here in the second half. And a foul on Singleton. Not on Singleton, he was fouled.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs maybe trying to get to the bonus and see if the Railers will miss some free throws. Now, still a lot of time left here. Justin with a 13-point lead, 3:45, now 3:40 left here in the fourth quarter.
Caden Troby's got it now, brings it across half court, gets it over to Ewald. Will cradles it, gets it back over to Ewald.
Yeah, if you're Lincoln, you can't be afraid to make mistakes here. You got to still be aggressive to the basket.
Good find there by the Railers to get Cam Whiteman open for a layup. That's 14 points now for Cam. Railers trying not to foul now. You can see they're starting to back it off a little bit. There's Essien. There's Coleman, a 3. Good contest there by Landon Hollinger. Got a hand in his face. Coleman airballed it and comes down in the hands of the Railers. 3 minutes left. Lincoln ahead, 62-47, a 15-point advantage for the red and green. Will Ewald's got it now on the short porch over to Hollinger. Hollinger looks for something, kicks it back out to Whiteman. Now over to Froby, now over to Ewald. Good ball movement by the Railers here as they try to wind that clock down. And there's Dylan inside to Hollinger, and 2 consecutive layups. Those are big baskets as we try to salt this one away.
You're right, and just getting the ball in the middle and now finding Hollinger down around the basket. Good ball movement by the Railers. Take some time off the clock and then get a layup.
Great execution here from Lincoln here in the fourth quarter. Coleman, he wants a foul, didn't get it. Shot an air ball instead. Looking to the official, wants a foul. And I think he's going to check out. They might be calling off the Dogs here.
Yeah, I think Coach Bosch and the Bulldogs are starting to wave the white flag here. The Railers up 64-47. He's going to bring some more guys off the bench. 2:20 left here in the game, and I think after those couple of easy baskets, Justin, that the Railers got down there and opened this thing up to a wide margin. Coach Bosch said that's enough.
Yeah, and Railers did a fantastic job on Coleman tonight. Really didn't get, I think he had 5 points through 3 quarters. And stolen on the inbound is Mahomet, up and good. Just a little middle lapse there from the Railers. Here's Froby, gets it back, right back to Cam Whiteman. He takes it all the way, and he's fouled. Cam with a chance to hit 2 free throws and get 16. He's had a real good night tonight with his play. Sinks the first.
Well, been really good from the field, too. I don't know if he's missed maybe 2 or 3 shots tonight.
Yeah,
don't have the official stats, but he has been very, very good from the field and very good going to the basket, Cam, making really good decisions tonight. Knocked down a couple of three-pointers and has done a good job on the defensive end as well.
It's both of his free throws. It's 66.
Oh, this is dunk time.
49. Here comes Hollinger. Is he going to dunk it? He is! And a slam! An exclamation point! And the Lincoln bench is going wild. What a statement made there by Landon Hollinger. He just threw down
he's had a lot of energy because he's been over on the bench a lot of the time.
There will be people who probably, traditionalists who say, hey, you don't dunk that, you're up 17 or whatever, he's had a frustrating night.
Yeah, he got the steal on a pass that was, and it's a great read as a back on the defense. You're reading those passes that come to try and come to the middle. He did a good job, tipped it away to himself, and he was all alone by himself.
You said it, you called it, and check that one out on WLCN's YouTube page. Landon Hollinger with a dunk, and did he catch a body on that one, Josh?
It looked like he got a little contact there.
Yeah,
Zachary
I think
Travis
he did.
in for the Bulldogs with the free throw up and good. Ewald checks out. Grunder checks in for the Railers. Nice night for Ewald.
Yeah, it really was. And, he's a little banged up, played through it, hits the free throw. And 68-51 for the Railers ahead. 1:30 left. Whew. I think the Mahomet student section has a guy on the bench that they want to get in the game. I can't understand their coach, and he's getting off the bench here. And number 21 for Mahomet must be a fan favorite. Number 21, that's Cole Hubble, a 5'6" junior. Checks in for Mahomet. Railers going to win, move to 4-0, or maybe more than that in Apollo Conference.
6-0 in Apollo.
In Apollo Conference play. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for being the pro on this broadcast. And a turnover by Adam Grunder. Oh, nice tip away, though, to get it back. Caden Broby's got it in transition. Now over to Landon Hollinger. And Caden's still in attack mode. I don't know what the whistle was there.
Foul on Mahomet, 17 fouls now, so Froby will head to the free throw line looking for points, 22 and 23 on the night. And Coach Alexander going to his bench as well. Keeler checking in for Singleton. Klopp in for Whiteman. Nice night for both of those guys. Paulus looks like he's going to get ready to check in probably for Froby.
Josh, we want to say thank you to State Bank of Lincoln, serving the area for over 113 years with 4 locations in Lincoln and 2 in Clinton. Proud to be a Lincoln Railer sponsor.
Free throw up and good by Froby. Give him 22 on the night. Going for one more. Brody Whiteman set to check in here for Hollinger. Again, the Railers in action tomorrow night at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. That's a 6:30 start for the varsity, 5 o'clock for the sophomore. Chicago Harlan comes to town tomorrow.
Up and good. That's Caden's final points of the night. He'll step out. And as Caden steps to the bench, Josh, I mean, you want to talk about exciting transition play. Caden had some crazy shots in the first half. Landon Hollinger puts down a 2-hand slam over a Mahomet defender in the second half. Will Ewald, just lives in transition.
Well, I thought Caden's floor game was really, really good tonight. I don't know how many. Force it. I don't know how many rebounds he had tonight, but it was, and they were tough rebounds against sometimes a little bit bigger guy than he is, but he's got those long arms. He's got great timing on his rebounds, and he probably had 6 or 7 rebounds tonight against much taller competition. So give him handle the ball well, attack the hoop, and that's what you expect out of your seniors, and the Railers did it well tonight.
And a steal from Mahomet. They're in transition. They're trying to get it, I'm sure, to the guy who's a fan favorite. They want him to shoot. Everybody in the gym wants him to shoot. He doesn't. He passes over to Mahomet, and that will do it. Over to the guy in the corner. Boy, what a game. Lincoln 70, Mahomet 51. The Railers get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, moved to 14-1 on the season and 6-0 in a conference play, while Mahomet drops to 7-7. And the Railers give the Bulldogs their first conference loss to send them to 3-1. We'll take a break. We'll be back here in the postgame show. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Passes to Ewald. There was a lot of layups by the Railers, and even when it got into the second half and Mahomet started to extend their pressure a little bit, Singleton was able to get to the rim a few times. Ewald got there. Hollinger with a putback, and then obviously the Thunder dunk off the steal. So, as you said, a complete effort. A lot of points scored for the Railers, 70. A little more than they've been giving up, 51. But again, another nice victory here on the road with two undefeated Apollo teams.
Gosh, I've got some scoring here thanks to Lloyd Kirby. Will Ewald had 15. Cam Whiteman had 16. Dylan Singleton had 6. Landon Hollinger had 6. Caden Froby had 23. And Seth Tungate had 4.
4 points for Tungate. Nice off the bench as Hollinger was in foul trouble pretty much all night. Just really couldn't get anything going until he got the hammer dunk on the steal. But, yeah, again, another nice victory. I think Coach Alexander's pleased with the defense. Maybe gave up a few easy baskets around the rim, but I think he would be pleased with the lack of production that Coleman was able to do tonight.
Right, yeah, they really held him down. And the Schmidt kid was, I think he finished with about 20. He shot a lot. I mean, they really seemed to be getting to him a lot. And, I feel like, with that aggressive defense on the front end sometimes does come some easier buckets on the back end. This is not a team that's, sitting here waiting for them to come at us. We're out, and so sometimes that leads to some breakdowns. But, when you score enough on those steals that you get by being aggressive on the front end, it makes it worth it.
Boy, and we did too tonight, as we see Coach Alexander starting to head this way up here in the treehouse over in the Bulldog Gymnasium. A lot of people still standing on the floor. Again, the Railers will have all the action tomorrow starting 6:30 varsity start. We'll have the pregame at roughly around 6 o'clock. Chicago Harlan will come into town. So Coach is a little worried about crawling up the bleachers, I think, right now. But we'll have the action tomorrow, and hope everybody can make it out to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. It's in due respect, I think, to this team and Coach Neil Alexander for now 14-1 on the season. These guys are really, really good, Justin, and they have produced from tip game one until now, and have got the train rolling.
Yeah, they sure do, and I'm sure tomorrow night's game we'll talk to Coach Alexander again, but you're dealing with a Chicago Public League school. I'm sure they will be athletic and present some challenges in their own way. I don't know that they're one of the elite teams in Chicago, but I think that's a team actually we've played for a few years now. I know they came to our Thanksgiving tournament back when I was in high school. I can remember playing Chicago Harlan, or maybe that was Chicago Hubbard. I can't remember actually now that I think about it, but I'm sure that'll be a good game. For the folks back in Lincoln, Coach Alexander has made his way up to high atop this broadcast here, the location. We'll let Coach get situated after the Railer victory here on the road.
70-51, the Railers again victorious here from Mahomet-Seymour. And Coach, congratulations on the win, improving your record now to 14-1, now 6-0 in league play. And leading up to the game, what were some of the challenges and the things that you brought to the guys leading up to this that you really had to concentrate on tonight?
Well, they play the pack line defense, which I thought we scored 70 points. But what I'm really, the way we played the fourth quarter was we didn't handle the pressure, and I thought we just stood around and was flat-footed, and I thought the fourth quarter we played on our heels, and we weren't aggressive like we had been for three quarters, and we fouled them, and when you stand straight up and down and you're not moving, you're going to foul, and we gave them a lot of free throws tonight.
Yeah, Coach, I think at 7, they tied the ball game up at 7-7 after a little lead the Railers having. And after that, we talked about the transition of the Railers this year a little bit more in your arsenal. Tonight it looked like it was even faster. I mean, it was rebound, and we had guys flying up and down the court, and even on the steals, guys were going, I don't know how many layups from almost quarterback to wide receiver passes we converted on. But when you can do that, man, it is a tough team to guard.
Yeah, you play open court. And what we're trying to do is get the ball down to the corner and flatten the defense out to where we can start our offense going to the lane instead of starting out at the half court. So, we're trying to get it to the baseline either for a layup or just to the corner, and that flattens that defense out, and then you can reverse it and you can start your offense inside the arc, and that's what we're trying to do. So I thought we did it at times. I thought we got passive at times, but the fourth quarter, what I guess if there's any negative about tonight, it's how we handled the pressure.
Tonight is having landed in foul trouble, especially on a night when you're going against the Coleman kid. And of course, he's not matching up with him man-to-man, but, we still were able to keep Coleman, I think, to 8 points. He's quite a player. How were we able to kind of contain him tonight?
Well, it's just like anything else, and that's through our scouting reports that we want to know personnel, and he's definitely their offense. We saw him play a couple games in our tournament that he didn't play, and they really struggled to score. But, they scored 51 points tonight. I don't know how many they got from the free throw line, but it was a bunch. And, I thought we were reaching and scratching, and I thought we got out-rebounded bad the second half, and they were getting second and third shots. So those are things that we better correct by tomorrow night, or at least we better be focused on.
I've listened to a lot of your post-game interviews over the years, and I know one thing you're consistent on is you have to play through the officials and in spite of the officials. Up here to us, it felt like the game was called differently in the first half and in the second half. It felt like the first half, they really let them play. In the second half, a lot of ticky-tack stuff, and wasn't always going our way. What were you telling your guys on the bench to how to respond to a little bit of adversity here on the road?
Well, we really didn't even talk about that. We just talked about doing what we do and keep attacking and everything. So our guys, stayed with it and they moved. I thought some of the fouls were called at their end that weren't called at our end. We went to the basket hard, and I thought there were times that we got bodied just like they were calling at the other end, and we weren't getting the call. But the other thing that we did is I think we'd have scored 110 points if we'd have made our layups. We missed a lot of layups, especially in that first half, and you have to be able to finish. So we'll continue to work to get better. We do have a lot of games here coming up in the next couple weeks, so not a lot of time to deal with practice time on the court. It'll have to be cured during the game.
Coach, you expect a lot of what Caden did tonight. He does that a lot throughout the season. Just a really good floor game, really good on the boards for Caden. But I thought Cam's floor game tonight was a little bit more than what he normally has showed. He does generally sometimes go to the basket, but he looks to kick when he gets there tonight. He was able to finish. He had a couple early threes down here on our end and then attacked the basket. I thought it was one of the better games Cam had played so far.
Yeah, I thought he had a good game. He really understands, and if you understand your IQ of the game is good, and his is pretty high, and he understands how to play because he's not the quickest thing in the world, but that just proves it. As long as you're fundamentally sound and you understand how the game's played, you can be very successful, and he did have a good one. And we tried to find him shots tonight. He just point blank said he felt good shooting the ball, and I thought the ones that he took, he did look good on, and I thought they were in. But, playing on the road, it's a little bit different, and luckily we got a good lead and was able to hang on to it.
Coach, what can you tell the folks listening back at home about what they'll see tomorrow night out of Chicago Harlan?
I haven't even watched any film on them. I'm sure they're going to be probably 6'4", 6'5" athletes. It's going to pressure us, and especially if they saw the tape tonight, it'll probably be 84 feet, and they'll come after us. But I think our guys will respond and be ready to go, and we just hope the weather allows them to get down here and get home safely, and so we can have a game tomorrow night. But it could be pretty questionable.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win again. Railers improved to 14-1 and 6-0 in conference play, and we'll be back at Roy S. Anderson for a 6:30 tip for the varsity, 5 o'clock tomorrow against Chicago Harlan. Coach, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be there. Hopefully we got our support there, our Railer Nations there. Because if you remember 2 years ago, our sophomores lost one game.
I remember that now.
And it was to Chicago Harlan. So we're hoping that's in the back of their mind, so they'll come out ready to go tomorrow night.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you at Roy S. tomorrow night.
Okay, thank you.
That's going to do it here for the post-game show from Mahomet-Seymour. The Railers again victorious 70-51. Want to thank Justin Tierney for filling in tonight here from Mahomet. Again, the Railers improved to 14-1 on the season and 6-0 in league play. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night about 6:10 for the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. That's going to do it for us for Mahomet-Seymour. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.